Some ask me what would I do if I couldn't be doing what I'm doing now. Nothing good, I'm sure. I am Mark Eliot Schwabe, SteamSmith. My interest in metals began as a young person at age 14. My dad, James Schwabe, was an artist and jewelry designer whose principal customer was Cartier of New York. Very high quality gold and silver jewelry and small scale sculpture. I began making things out of metal in my dad's studio. I was doing finishing work on his pieces, and then he asked me if I would please take a horse that he had made and modify it for different use, so changing the positions of the legs. So that was really my first introduction to sort of making something of my own. A number of years ago, I had an opportunity to make original sculptings for licensed product licensed by Star Wars and Star Trek. So I was making original sculptings, small scale, about the same size as my steampunk items, maybe a little bigger. And I had an opportunity to make the Millennium Falcon in 3 different sizes, and X-Wing Fighter in 2 different sizes, and Enterprise 1701, Enterprise 1701A, Enterprise 1701D, and Enterprise 1701E. So the Ferengi Marauder, and probably the most spectacular was the Deep Space Nine space station, which I made fairly large, about 8.5 inches, limited edition, possibly in your collection. The whole thing just came very close to its melting point. So then I looked more into steampunk, and wow, I mean, complete freedom of expression, pretty much any direction you wanted to go in within a very broad framework of Victorian fashion and Victorian technologies, with heaping doses of science fiction, time travel, airships, steam-powered airships dominating the skies. Just the freedom of expression in the genre is amazing, and the expression, it is a genre. It's literature, it's film, it's art, it's jewelry, it's fashion. I enjoy it a lot when other people respond to my work, and I get a lot of positive responses from the steampunk work, and it's really nice to see other people entertained. Sometimes when I go to a convention, I'll see people who have purchased from me in the past, and they'll walk past my table and they'll point to something that they bought from me before, because they acknowledge it's almost like we've developed a relationship, which is kind of funny. So far I haven't been able to fully support myself with my steampunk art. So I'm still making some other product that I started making a number of years before I started steampunk art. And it's fun stuff. It's not as detailed, not as witty, if you will, as steampunk product. Not as dear to my heart as the steampunk product, but it's fun. It's a line of pewter figures and symbols to which pennies are attached, and they're lottery ticket scratchers. So that's still a good piece of my income. Although I long for the day when all my income is from steampunk. So what I hope to do when I grow up is not a whole lot different than what I'm doing now. I would like to be an artist. I'd like to make the kind of work I'm making now. So if I had a market that would sustain me making larger, more involved pieces, small-scale sculptures and large pieces of jewelry, that's really where I'd like to go, and really kind of the ultimate. There are lots of different ways to define what it is to be an artist. I think more than anything else, or certainly as much as anything else, it's a compulsion. Really an addiction. Once you have become an artist, once you've been making things long enough that the thing, there starts to be a blur between the thing and yourself. It's just compulsive that you must keep making things. There's actually no choice.